guys, we're here in Orange Park at Fortis College, and I'm joined by Program Director of Surgical Technology, Alita Jenkins, to learn more about Surgical Technologist Week. Thank you so very much for having us here today. I really do appreciate your time. Okay, so tell us, what is the core mission for your surgical technology program here at Fortis College?
Our core mission for Surgical Technologist program is to prepare entry-level surgical technologists who are competent in the cognitive, which is the knowledge, the psychomotor, which are the skills, and the accurate behavior learning to be entered into the profession.
Okay, so we're learning hands-on here, basically. Okay, so could you walk us through the general timeline of your program? Let's start right from the start all the way to the finish.
So right at the start, it's a 21-month program. The last 6 months is externship. So when you first come into the program, you are in the classroom, but you are also in the lab. You're learning how to scrub, gown, glove, set up back tables as they're doing today. They are doing book work to learn about the different things like the background, what sterility is, what aseptic technique is. So we are doing all of that in the lab, down to learning procedures, how to set up for those procedures, do mock procedures. So we're getting them ready for the OR. They then will go out to externship, go into various different hospitals here in Jacksonville, but also in Gainesville.
Okay.
And get their hands-on. So they've got to do all their hands-on before they can actually graduate.
That sounds amazing. You can see them back here going to work. It's very cool. So can you provide just a little bit of a brief overview of the curriculum, right? So what are some of the key courses that students are going to take?
They're going to take Intro to Surg Tech, which is the history of what we do. They're going to take courses like Aseptic Technique, which is how to gown and glove, what aseptic is. They are going to do procedure management. They're going to learn how to set up the cases, even procedure classes. So they got various different things that are talking about like general surgery, orthopedic surgery, cardiothoracic, plastics, all of those.
So they're going to be learning a lot. What role do clinical rotations play in the curriculum? Where do students, and more importantly, where do you complete those rotations, right?
Yes, so the rotations are going to be completed during their externship. They are going to be in places like Baptist, all the Baptist facilities, Ascensions, Mayo, UF North, UF Gainesville. So during that time, that's when they're getting the live patient experience. So everything they've learned in the lab is now going to be on humans.
Right, it's going to be applied.
It's going to be applied, and they are honing those skills with a preceptor. There's always going to be a preceptor with them in the OR. I don't want people to think that they're left alone, so they're not. They got a preceptor that will guide them to hone those skills and use what they've learned here in the lab out in the public.
I love it. And so how does the staff's real world experience, in the operating room benefit the students?
Our real world, because myself and even my instructors are still working in the field. So we may take call and work weekends. So we are able to bring that experience and those patients' experiences into the classroom.
Ms. Jenkins, do most graduates get hired by local hospitals and surgical clinics, or do they end up having to travel?
Both. They are hired. They will generally get hired on their externship. I try and place them where they would like to be hired at, so that helps.
Yeah.
It's like a 6-month job interview. So they will go out, they will do their externship, and most of them are getting hired there.
Very cool. So they're going to be all over the place. I like the fact, I like what you said about a 6-month job interview. That's kind of intense. That's pretty cool. All right, so what does the employment landscape look like for surgical technologists in our region?
In our region, because there's a shortage of surgical technologists, it is job placement. They're able to get positions and get offers. Plus, if they decide that they want to work in the OR, they can work in sterile processing all the instrumentation that we use. They have that knowledge of the OR and why it's important for that.
That's great. Okay, so before I let you go, where can folks go to learn more about the college and potentially enroll?
Currently, you can either come to the campus here in Orange Park on Blanding, or you can visit our website, which is fortiscollege.edu/orangepark.
Thank you so very much for having us here today. I really do appreciate your time. This looks fantastic. They are getting their learn on back there, and you can too right here at Fortis College.